up, and then you go on to win another 5-6 rounds in a row. It's just a beautiful thing to see. So I believe what we're going to do is redo the knife round here.
Well, I think we just did it. I think they just went through it. So
okay.
I think we're live with the pistol actually here.
We were talking so much about those 1v3s.
That's the thing, man. You know, it's good to talk about though, because really, like, plays like that makes the world. I mean, that's basically what put Nihilum through. When Sanks pulled off that 1v3 versus Cloud, I mean, that pretty much won the map for his team. So
absolutely.
Here we go into the pistol round now, and Nihilum looking like they want to shape up for an A push.
Yeah, and they are going to throw down the smoke wall here and try to make a bid on it. Olafmeister playing back and Pronax as well. So it's kind of a retake situation on this A bomb site. They're going to go ahead and pile on in here from the terrorist side, and they're looking for first blood. But Olafmeister got himself squished up between those two smokes. But here it is again. Sanks opening things up with 2 back-to-back Glock kills, going for the USP. But he's going to get flanked out here from the truck side. Flusha finally chimes in for the Fnatic side. We are down to a 3 versus 3, but HP value is relatively the same until that nade comes in. Automatic going to eat that one to the face. 21 HP remaining for him, but Professor Chaos finds one with the Tech 9. He's going to go down, though. JW a pair himself, and Flowsick in a 1 versus 2. See what he can do here.
They're going to try and peek them together. Exactly. That's how it's done right there. Fnatic playing that perfectly. They don't even tap the bomb. They're just like, okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. And there's nothing he could really do in that position because the bomb isn't planted for him. So, and it also looks like, you know, Fnatic, they might have done a little bit of homework. They might have seen this kind of strat before, because this pistol round, you know, Nihilum have used it in the past, and, you know, planning on the outside box like that, it doesn't surprise me that Olafmeister's like, wait a second, and just starts going at it right there.
I did see Devil Walk sitting behind him taking some notes earlier, so.
Yeah, they've done their homework, Fnatic, in particular. Devil Walk, he watches like all the matches, or at least tries to keep tabs on everything. He's sitting there with his notebook just noting down important information, and that could play a factor here.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, not an armor eco buy here for the Nihilum side. Actually, just armor on Sanks, who did get a couple of kills in the last round. That bomb plant definitely not hurting their economy, so they're probably gearing up for a 3rd round buy. Krim's over here in checkers is going to come under fire. He finds one with the MP9, finds a second one, but finally Automatic's going to be able to dispatch of him. And look at this. They don't do too bad over here in this bomb site. Spamming through Olafmeister. Oh, Valens. He got a knife kill in the C9 match. Not able to get it done there on Olafmeister. 4 HP for him. But Fnatic cleaned it up to 0, and Krim's getting achievements as well with the MP9.
Like, okay, Krims, now we know you've been putting some work in there. I mean, all things considered, that was actually a very solid round out of Nihilum. They still managed to get 2 kills out of that when they hardly invested anything at all in the round. I mean, it was only really Sanks who stepped up and got the Kevlar along with his Tech 9, but the rest of them were all kind of rocking P250s. So getting 2 kills is actually not too bad an achievement there, making Fnatic spend some of that money. That's what the game revolves around, essentially, is controlling your opponent's money. So for Nihilum to get those kills in, that's solid work.
And there's a big opening frag here from the Fnatic side, getting Sanks down and out early, so that's not a bad start for them this round on what is actually a full gun round here as Valens picking up the Tech 9, but he does have a couple of, well, they've got 3 smokes and a Molotov. Pronax working back over towards the forklift side. Seeing if he can't spam down Automatic here as he's going for the shoulder peaks. Just chipping him away and chipping him down. 23 HP for him. Professor Chaos trying to harass from the A main's not going to be able to find anything right now. The bomb is dropped all the way back by T-Spawn, the white box truck back there. And there you go. Finally a trade being made. JW saying, I'm just going to go ahead and push up here. Takes down Flowsick. And now we see a very slow strategy indeed. It's going to be a 3-on-4, but Automatic with only 23 HP over here by Squeaky Door still trying to make something happen. Finally falls to Flusha.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to clean this up at this point because Krims is rotated in. He's been playing in vents the entire time. Nice shot there by PC to take out Pronax, who was holding up close. But Krims and Olafmeister were locking down that B site, and most importantly, Krims was waiting in vents. So he's also communicating to his teammates, listen, Olaf, he doesn't see anything in B halls. I don't see anything mid. They've got to be focusing on A site right now, so don't move. Just sit tight and wait. JW has like free range on the CT side to do what he wants. That's his role in the team. The rest of them kind of play together as a 4-man unit, and then there's JW on the side where he's like, I'm going to just kind of like go and take this peak now, you know, because it's a confidence thing. And Pronax encourages that. He says, you know, get that confidence going, start landing those shots, and then you turn into the Super Saiyan JW, right? So there you go. Perfect start for Fnatic as far as surviving that first buy round.
I was about to say, let's see him go Super Saiyan with the MP9 this round as he pushes into A main. He's got 2 more over here by the Squeaky Door. That nade, a little bit of damage onto PC, but that's going to be okay because he's going to clean it up anyway. Drops the Squeaky Door back close. the harassment that he's got going on. But there's a pair of frags from the terrorist side. So again, not a bad start here to this eco round from the Nihilum standpoint. Valen's actually salvaging an M4 out of this as well.
And JW is very low right now. He's still able to get that headshot. That's so important. But there you go, Valens. He picks up that N4. Mid-air shot by Olofmeister. Not going to land it, though. Valens could make the mad dash onto this site. The only problem is Olofmeister's too close, so he's not going to be in position to plant this bomb now. It's down to Crims just holding that angle, making sure that he can't walk out, and Olofmeister getting in behind. Wherever Valens went at that point, Fnatic had the perfect crossfire to shut him down with.
Absolutely. And interestingly enough, we've seen this actually a couple of times so far during this tournament, is the Olofmeister actually picking up the scoped rifle. And people kind of count him out as not being as proficient of an AWPer, but that's completely false. I mean, he is a monster with the AWP as well.
He's like, as far like for the longest time, I considered him to be the best player in the world because he is like the true multi-classer. You give him an op, he'll wreck you. A Scar 20, he'll wreck you. An SMG, he'll wreck you. A pistol, he'll wreck you. Like he just, you give him anything, and his positional play, he's just incredibly smart. Like for me, Olofmeister was like the MVP for quite some time until Crims showed up and really started just consistently doing well on every single map towards the end of last year. Olaf is just a monster. He's just, that's it. That's the only way to describe him.
And look at that. They are really trying to prevent this boost over mid, throwing multiple Molotovs over there. They've done a little bit of damage on the PC and automatic, so that's going to shy them away from that area. Flusha did get tagged up just a little bit at the beginning of the round, but not really sure where that spam's coming. Valens, what the hell?
That was a bit awkward. He was boosted up on the side there, and that actually completely caught them off guard.
I had no idea what was going on with that. I was trying to figure out where he was. I saw the damage coming in, and it was just nothing doing. Now a push out through middle, and Automatic's all the way around by Catbox, and with a good angle here is going to be Crims, lines it up, takes him down. So there's the trade. It's a 1-for-1, but Valens actually gets himself all the way into the A-bomb site. He's got one more to beat over there. That's JW, but pistol whips him down, as well as Flusha picking up a couple, and that's going to leave it all on Flowstick over here by mid-main, and that's really a tough situation for him to be in. He's going to be able to spot out Flusha. That vent's already broken, so should be able to maybe try to make something happen, but Flusha dinking him down to 10 HP, and that's just a really unfortunate situation for Flowstick to be in. 5-0 now for Fnatic.
Yeah, having lost all of his teammates as well. I mean, Valens used a really cool smoke that we like hardly ever see. In fact, he just smoked a little bit farther in, past the smoke that JW had put the block off A main, so that there was actually like a trail of smoke that he could work his way through. So he got behind Forklift. JW had no idea that he was there. And I was actually kind of worried about Crims' position. Is he going to get flanked out or not? That comes down to whether JW can spot out Valens or not. But Valens is playing really smart. We've seen it on Inferno. We've seen it on Cash. Like, he seems to be one of the staples for Nihilum, and his ability to come through big and play intelligently. You've clearly seen it so far throughout this tournament.
Absolutely. Well, we actually saw it throughout the entire season. I mean, there were some moments where he would actually, we'd find him in these positions that it's just like, how in the world did he manage to get there? Because it's such an unlikely spot for somebody to have gotten to. There was a ninja play that he had during an Inferno matchup where he walked through a smoke and they had ran past him, and he was able to take the B-bomb side. I think he actually clutched out that round in like a 1v2, but pretty standard anti-eco going out from Fnatic, a 5-man stand, no guns dropped, so no rebuys necessary. And you can see the money's starting to stack up for him.
Exactly, and this is the real problem for Nihilum, is that yesterday Fnatic ran into their Achilles heel, which is Titan. Pronax has always said, he's always struggled versus existence as a caller. But then everybody else in this tournament now are going to get to suffer their wrath because they're down in the lower bracket. And now Fnatic are just going to be like, okay, dust their hands off and say, right, so Titan are here. We're going to have to deal with that later. Now we just kind of have to get through the rest of these teams.
Back to business as usual.
Back to business. And we're seeing that now. I mean, 6-0, and it hasn't really looked very close, apart from perhaps a pistol round. Like, Fnatic just looked so dominant at all points. But this is the start that they need.
Absolutely. Professor Chaos getting that squeaky door push pick. And now they're going to gear up for that smoke play at the A bomb site. You can see the bomb is actually on the back of Valens, who is over here. I believe they actually dropped some smokes over into that bomb site. Yeah, there they go. They go ahead and bloom, but they're going to be hitting a completely different area of the map. They sent 2 over towards A main, but they boosted Flowstick in mid, so trying to maybe do a little bit of a bait and switch here and pull a distraction. They do spot out Crims over here by the balcony or the ladder area. And there you go. Professor Chaos actually going to find a second one. And look at this. Valens again. See through the smoke. He's done this so many times. He gets 2. And that leaves Olofmeister in this 1 versus 5. So what started off brilliantly with those opening picks by Professor Chaos, and Valens again just pushing those smokes and making it happen for the Nihilum side. And a great job from him. So we should see Nihilum get their first round on the board. There is a little bit of a flank play here, but Automatic with the AWP lays down Olofmeister, and they're finally on the board in the 7th.
And it's very cool that Nihilum have this kind of strat, because we've seen it before today already. And that is like a really, they seem to be having that kind of like a fake on point, because they throw out the smokes and then they don't really show anything until it's too late. They just kind of swarm all over the place, you know, pushing mid in this case, you know, just pushing over mid and catching people off guard, but then leaving that lurk behind. As soon as that first blow comes in to draw Fnatic's attention away from the A site, all of a sudden, look, Valance with the backstab. He comes out of nowhere, and it's just perfectly timed. So Nihilum, they're doing a fantastic job at least getting that round on the board.
Absolutely, and again, we're going to see a little bit of a quicker push towards the A main. And the flashbangs come out and everything like that. So JW and Pronax, they're playing a little bit aggressive over here, but look at that Flusha actually, I believe, got legged at the beginning of the round by Professor Chaos's AWP. So we'll see if they can capitalize on that later on. He's playing over here by mid. But it's going to be more of an A hit here. Professor Chaos does have the AWP in Squeaky Door. There's two right around the corner. They're going to opt to go for the boost, and I believe it's JW that's going to be up top. He is, so Pronax, he's got to be careful. They do manage to find him, so they got to be extra careful now. And oh, just barely missing that op shot. And JW drops down. They're going to get the spray. That's going to leave Automatic over here. They close the door on him as well. So 3 members of the Terror's Force. Sanks opening up onto JW, so they are going to push that rotation. Olafmeister going all the way out of the B bomb site, and that's exactly what they want to have happen, because the bomb, oh no.
Crims catches him out. Crims somehow catches Valance and drops that bomb. This is a horrible situation now for Nihilum, because Fnatic can now just get in all these kind of cheeky positions, these off angles, and wait for Nihilum to come and pick up this pack, because they have to eventually. 30 seconds left. They're going to waste so much time coming back for this bomb.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate. I guess Crims must have pushed up into mid-main and caught him on the rotation back to B. If he was able to get through there cleanly, this round could have been completely different. But with that bomb dropped at this point, saving their guns is probably the best option. Automatic did salvage the AWP. He's only got 24 health, so no reason to really try to stab at this one and make anything happen. No unnecessary risks at this point.
And Flowsick has just been like, I am the dark. Nobody will see me up here. I'm just gonna hang in, and that is, I mean, that talk about the most important kill of the round, because for a second there it looked kind of touch and go on the A site, and especially when Pronax gets picked off in front of A main like that. If you see a guy who's just in the middle of nowhere, right in front, you have to think, like 90% of the time, you have to think boost. Like somebody's up there right now. We have to make sure that doesn't happen, that that's not going to catch us off guard. That's the beauty and the magic of JW, though. He knows that he's toast, that they found out, but he still gets something out of it. He just drops down after hearing that op shot go off and gets a kill. So,
well, that's his versatility, too. You talked about how they play as like a 4-man unit and just let JW basically do what it is that he does, which is, I mean, he's an animal. But that's one of the things, too, is just switching up that position, able to drop down, finds the pick as well, shuts the door right in their face, so there's no chance for a refrag either. So
he did go a little bit far, but that's the thing. That's a confidence thing as well. JW will get that confidence and like, okay, then I can PK main too, right? Because I got that kill, right? And then, of course, overextends a little bit and sees 2 guys there. But still, entry frag goes to JW this time around. That's going to be Sanks picked off here. And 3 guys on this A side for Fnatic ready to stop this push coming through.
And they got to be careful, because it's JW underneath by Fork. Well, he's fallen back now, but he's left Pronax up top. And the interesting thing is they heard JW drop out of the heaven spot, but they weren't ready for Pronax to be up there. And Crim's going to chime in with one from Quad. Pronax with a second one, and now Valen's all by himself over here by the A main steps by T-Spawn, and this is all but not 5-man stand again here for the CT side. At least maybe do a little economical damage and force some rebuys, because like we said before, the chips were pretty stacked for Fnatic, but after trading out that round, they're not in the best fiscal situation, but still going to be able to buy up a couple of guns if they should lose a couple here.
Exactly, and then, you know, that's the thing. Is Fnatic really going to go hunting that hard? I mean, getting the gun off of Valance, that'd be fine and dandy, but also, you know, you pointed it out already. They're low on the money right now, Fnatic. So the main thing that happened there is it's just that Nihilum, they kind of got stalled out. You know, once their nades were down, unfortunately, Valance won't be able to hold on to that gun. Fnatic are too thorough checking the angles.
They swarmed him.
Yeah, but like, they just kind of took those fights 1v1, and that's the problem there, is that Nihilum didn't go as a group. These rounds that we've seen them come close to winning, you know, they've gone as a group, and they've always been able to trade off of each other. So if your mate goes down, you're going to get that kill, and you can kind of grind your way forward onto a site. This time around, Nihilum just kind of kept getting picked off in A main. There's one, take him out. Nobody there to get the refrag.
Right.
And so they just kind of get stomped out.
And here's kind of an uncharacteristic thing, is actually Flowsick sitting at 0-7. We haven't really seen that out of him. He's usually one of their better fraggers on their side. He's
gonna be pissed, man. You just pointed out he just pulled a James Bond.
That's fine.
Oh, no,
I didn't even think about that.
You want to make it out of here alive? Okay. He's gonna hunt you down, man.
Oh boy. I've actually known Kyle for a very, very long time, through all the 1.6 days, so he knows I mean mostly well.
Mostly.
Mostly. That bomb is rotating back around through mid-main, and Flowsick with the Tech 9 looking for something onto Olafmeister. Not able to line it up just yet. There's the push from Flusha, trying to chip away. He's not going to be able to locate too much damage. Actually, only one hit, and there you go. JW again getting extremely aggressive out through A main. He's going to be able to pull the flank patrol, but Flush It chimes in with 2. That's going to be a 9th round now for Fnatic. So.
Eesh. And then, you know, we're talking about how they're a little bit low on money, Fnatic. I mean, those 2 rounds right there, they're flush.
Yeah, not anymore.
Like, not a kill going Nihilum's way just means the end of the world for them because they're all sitting around like 6 to 7K. So Fnatic have just completely remade their bank. They are under no pressure right now. It's all on Nihilum at this point. They managed to afford 4 AKs, 1 Galil. Valens takes the hit, goes for the Galil so he can afford a full set of nades. That's actually a pretty decent nade count here on Nihilum. Now we have to see what they decide to go for because is it going to be more of this, more of the chaos? I think that's what we need to see. You know, that A fake that they like, I really want them to go for that again just because they're so good at then pouring out everywhere else on the map and just kind of catching people off guard from Fnatic.
And look at this, JW. We talked about his versatility before. He's been playing in the A bomb site almost every single round. Well, where is he now? Pushed up outside of the boxes at B. So switching things up wholeheartedly on the CT side is Fnatic, and that's just one of the things is how do you adapt to that as one of these teams? I mean, Nihilum, this is, I believe, only their 2nd LAN together as this squad, and you know they have experience. They have LAN-bred players on their team, but to go into a matchup and then have to play the #1 team in the world at your 2nd LAN tournament, it's got to be a little bit intimidating.
Already Crims starting off, and JW chimes in as well. Sanks does come back and take out Crims. He was at the back of checker, so that's going to give some space here to Nihilum. But then they don't account for JW being in the back corner behind the box. He gets another 2 kills. There's JW, a triple for him, and so that puts him up at what, like 9 total so far in this tournament. We're gonna keep track. We're gonna keep updated.
Yep, there you go. Well, you have the pin now, right?
Like JW, that's the real nastiness there. Is that Nihilum try to change it up. They try to go to the B side, and Pronax is right on the money with his call. He says, okay, they've tried to go A, they're not having any luck. They're gonna go B once they get the guns, and he's just spot on. Yeah,
and that's the one thing that's so scary about playing against Fnatic is, you know, their IGL is just he reads them like a book.
Yeah, he is a monster. And then just, I mean, the entire Fnatic lineup,
and now look at this. The boost over mid, and there's 3 CTs holding it down, and they're finally going to be able to get out. They do manage to pick up 1. That's really all that they're going to get. They have 1 up on boost. That's automatic. JW coming around, just doing JW things.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Like, what can you do at this point if you're JW? I mean, he's got, what, 14,000 in the bank? Just obscene amount of money. Obscene amount of money.
Well, he is 14-4.
All right, so we'll take this moment of trivia real quick just to say, or a little bit of a downtime. Went and asked Professor Chaos for his sense just to get it down. And that's
I was wondering what that was.
Sense, right? You know, so I had to go over there. So he's 2.91 in game, 400 DPI, 1011 in Windows with no raw input. So there you guys go. Now you know. You can stop asking every time. You know
10
what
of 11
his
in Windows.
Yeah, I mean he's just got a wild, like, crazy style. That guy. Like, I don't know how you can play like that. It's just insane.
Hey man, you got to go with what works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He's ex-StarCraft pro, dude. That's what it's about right now.
Is that what it was?
Look at that. JW hits that timing perfectly. Takes out PC. Not on the money with the smoke, but he still gets the kill. Takes out Sanks. Sanks has been invisible this map as well. That's a problem. Somebody who we've really watched for and, you know, getting those triple kills, etc., those clutch situations for Nihilum, he is not having any impact at all in this map so far. I mean, he's top fragging at 8, but it's just like we need him to come. Like in those kinds of scenarios, those high impact frags, he needs to be coming through and to get those for the North American team.
All the entries that he's gotten along with Professor Chaos, you know, both of them relatively quiet in this, 8 and 5 frags respectively. But again, automatic at 2 and 11. Flowsake still yet to get on the board, and that's just.
Are you really?
He's 0 and 11 now.
Oh man.
So he's really having a tough go at it.
We'll put it this way: he's almost pulling an Apex. He isn't quite up to Apex standards yet.
Oh boy.
Apex watching the stream. What's up, bro?
Shots fired.
Oh, and here we go.
Well, automatic opening things up. There's an assist for Flow6, so he's got something on the board now. We're going to be looking for this execution to come out. And again, this is they go for this early. This is where they had success before, is they went for that early harassment over at this A bomb site, got the early pick. It was JW, I believe, last time that fell early. And now they're going to go back, throw these smokes, and let's see where they decide to actually go with this, because they're going to throw this smoke wall into the A-bomb site. They've already rotated one over, but Pronax, he wants to take matters into his own hands. He's pushed up here into A main, and he's got to be careful. I don't know if they realize that he's there. Flowsake going to peek out. Does not get the job done. They line up, but Sanks, there it is, the double for him again. Now they got to be careful. They've got Crims right around the corner. Sanks going to get a third, and that's going to leave Olafmeister in this 1v2, but I've seen him do these before.
Yeah, so many smokes are down. He spots that flash coming through, though. That actually flashes out his own teammate. But what a shot! What a shot onto Olaf holding behind truck.
Wow.
That's chaos for you right there.
Well, that's that sensitivity.
No, I can't even do the voice.
I like it.
There you go,
That's a good attempt. I like it.
Dude, he is a monster. Chaos, man. He's been hitting shots like that all day long. We need more of that, though, and they definitely need it now. 15 rounds, 12-2. Nihilum, they need this third round so badly.
Absolutely. But see, again, we were just talking about it before about how, Sanks was a little bit relatively quiet at the beginning of this matchup, but he comes in with 3 big kills in that last round to give them their second on the board. So if they're able to close this out at 12-3, it's still definitely heavily in Fnatic's favor, obviously, going into the second half. But that does give them a little bit more breathing room. Should they lose the pistol round, which that would really put them in a tough spot.
No, they're not allowed. That's the real issue. Going into the second half, they are not going to be allowed to give up a single round, Nihilum. And Pronax starting off, taking out automatic. No entry frag this time around for him. But Sanks comes back and takes out JW.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of pressure.
They're aggressive over here. He's going to find the double. And that's going to push that bomb over. Now they got to be careful because Crims, Professor Chaos does find Pronax, and Crims, oh boy, he's just going to let them all run right by. That was an egadism from oh boy.
Does he catch off Flowsick though? I mean, when does he decide to drop? There it is. Goes for it, but doesn't get the kill. Headshot there for Flowsick, and he is on the board.
And make it a double.
There we go. 2 kills for him, and that's gonna give him a little bit of confidence, I hope, going into the second half.
I feel like that's definitely a little bit of a helper for him there. So picking up 2 kills in the end of that round was going to be Flowsick. It's going to be 12-3.
12-3.
Still a big road ahead of them on Nihilum's side. That's just
they gotta just be chanting the mantra right now. One round at a time. One round at a time. Don't do like we did in the first half where we all just died one at a time.
Right.
That's not supposed to happen here. Play together, watch each other's backs, go for the refrags. That's what Nihilum have to be chanting right now, because in the first round, a lot of the situations came down to these kind of like dual scenarios, and you can't afford to take those fights with Fnatic because there's just so much raw aim talent on this team that they will win those duels like the vast majority of the time.
Yeah, and that's one of the things is like you have such strong aimers on the Fnatic side. There's a reason that they're #1 in the world right now.
They're monsters, man.
Absolutely.
And they've got an excellent in-game leader to boot. Like it's just ridiculous the kind of power that this Swedish team has right now. And well, it kind of explains itself why they won, the last major.
Because they're Swedish?
Well, yeah. I mean, Swedes, it's the darkness, man. You just stay inside and play games. That's why they're all good at it.
I actually saw that Shagwire, the old Team 3D legend, is starting to stream poker and everything. I went in there to request him to come back to CS to try to take down the Swedes, but I don't think he was really. I don't think he was for it. So
I heard that he was going to stream some CS on like Wednesday next week or something. So I'm hoping that wasn't just a rumor.
I would tune in to watch that 100%. But here you go. Look at this. The aggression from the CT side. Sanks. Oh, he gets the one tap, and Flowsick's there. We talked about building the confidence here for the CT side for Flowsick, and he comes right around the corner, swings, and is able to find another one. Ooh, goodness, what a shot by Flowsick. Beautiful job, and they're down to a 2 versus 3.
Wolfmeister could be given the info here, though. I believe Valance might have spotted him. So you can see there's a rotation coming out here. Flowsick, however, he's kind of hesitating. They're going through CT, and automatic could run right into Crims here. Crims lying in wait. He hits that shot, does not miss. And now things get awkward here for Nihilum. They have to make the proper call. Wolfmeister already falling off of this A site.
Yeah, but he's making a lot of noise.
There's so much money. There's so much money. There is, money. Time, rather. Time is money.
Time is money.
It works.
I liked it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. They actually do finally manage to find him. But Valance, though, drops Olafmeister, and that's one of the things that we've seen, kind of the new meta here for Fnatic with as strong as the Tech 9 is, buying the armor on Olafmeister and having him go ahead and drop down. And
he goes for a standard plant, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the standard plant. He might have had time, but then again, he couldn't know how close Valance was behind him.
Yeah, well, he didn't know that he was going to push through mid-main either. So look at this. It is down to the 1v1 in Valance. He's got it all to do right here. Krem still behind default plant spot. We are down to this 1 versus 1. Where is he going to go? Now he's going to go ahead and push up. Jumps on top of the boxes, and Krims takes him down. So all the heroics, that B push for naught. Fnatic get it done anyway.
Man, that comes down to just like perfect communication between Olafmeister and Krims. I mean, they've been playing together for ages, way back since like the LGB lineup, the one that nearly took out Nip at DreamHack Winter, like 2013. Like these guys have been playing CS together for so long. So that kind of experience, I mean, it really comes into these kinds of 2-on-2 plays where there isn't a strat. It all just comes down to your mind games and your ability to communicate your position and what you're going to do to your teammate. So the fact that Fnatic are able to stack up together and eliminate one of the Nihilum members together like that, turn that into a 2-on-1 fight, and that was the beginning of the end. And then, of course, you know, it goes to Krims, the player that some people say was the best one at the end of 2014 that he should have had like that top spot.
And here's one of the strategies that we see Fnatic doing a lot is just walking up completely dry, not dropping any of the nades or the smokes into that bomb site, and just going for the entry peak like that. And that's something that they do so well all the time. And look at this, they fall all the way out of A main. Boost one up over middle. I believe that's actually JW that they boosted up over mid.
He's in the perfect position. He hears them stepping by.
Oh,
he just heard them stomping into garage. Oh, this could be big. He could hit a huge timing here.
Yeah, if he bides his time, he does, and he finds both kills. Beautiful job, and Automatic picks one up. That leaves it all on Flusha in this 1 versus 3, and they've salvaged a couple of rifles as well, or at least an ump and a Galil. What a job by Flowsick, and there it is. He picks up the triple, and that's the eco round win for Nihilum.
Yeah, what a comeback and what a play from him. He was in just the perfect position at the perfect time. He hears Fnatic running by, and he doesn't bungle it. He doesn't mess it up. Walks out and gets both kills. That pretty much cuts Fnatic's legs right out from under them, and the free round there is for Nihilum. I mean, I was going to say that, Flusha, he's got a chance, man. Sanks isn't alive. It's not. Don't worry, nobody there to shut down his 1v3, right?
Right.
But, yeah, no, that wasn't meant to be this time around. And Nihilum, they buy themselves a second chance.
Yeah, and I mean, just there it is. Again, we talked about it before with Valens about the way that he finds these positions and these spots to get in, but this time it's Flowsick, and it's like you said, he didn't squander the opportunity. He didn't turn the corner and start spraying his pistol immediately at the guy far away. He bides his time, and he manages to pick up both of those, and subsequently the triple to close it out onto Flusha as well. So great job and great patience from Flowsick there.
Now Fnatic are going to be a little rocked here. I think they might be feeling a little unsteady. Crims has gone up to a deagle, but everybody else is on a hard eco here, and they're just going to go running up mid, straight up short. Let's see if they can actually open things up here. JW, Olofmeister, everybody getting picked off. Automatic just going to town, and this is going to be a perfect anti-eco round for Nihilum. So just the kind of round that they needed now to start getting a little bit of breathing room when it comes to the money.
Yeah, I was going to say the same exact thing. That's exactly what they need to have happen. No unnecessary losses of weapons, no unnecessary waste of the economy to pick up anything else. And you can see Valens actually going for the MP9 this round. The ump staying on the back of Professor Chaos. They actually swap him around. And
this is a good read, though, on Nihilum's part. They're getting a good they clearly have a good idea of where Fnatic's money is, that they could be in an awkward position, so they have some rifles, but also they have some SMGs in case Fnatic do happen to be staying, Kevlar-less just on pistols. And they invest a little bit more in this round, Fnatic. They have the nades, as we can see, so this is going to turn into an A-smoke round. And now they have to fend off the Tech 9 rush, and Valens is going to be in a very tricky position because that's exactly where Fnatic want to go.
I like that flash. Unfortunately, they hadn't come out yet. He's going to get swarmed. JW opening things up and pushing through the smoke now is going to be Automatic. He's going to get caught by JW's Tech 9 as well. So this is exactly the opening that Fnatic was looking for on this round. Professor Chaos goes down, so it's a 2 versus 5. And look at this, actually, all the way down here in the bottom side of mid was actually Flusha. As Olofmeister takes down Sanks, and that's going to leave it all on Flowsick in a 1v4. He might as well just fall back and hang on to this rifle for another day, but we should see Fnatic with their 14th round, and it comes on the back of an eco round push towards the A-bomb site.
Yeah, and that's atrocious now. They're going to have just so much money. They can do whatever they want, Fnatic. And that's such a brutal push to stop as well, because if you're Valens, you see how Fnatic take over that site. They're just putting 2 guys on the left side of quad boxes, 2 guys on the right, and the whole point is they're covered by those smokes. They don't have to worry about forklift. They don't have to worry about short. They don't have to worry about CT. Their whole goal, they're zeroed in on just kill the guy at the back of the site, whether he's in happy corner or behind quad boxes. That guy's got to be a dead man within seconds, and Fnatic make it work perfectly. From there on out, they just get control of the site. They can get a plant, and it's a 1 round as far as they're concerned.
Absolutely. So 9 rounds to the good for Fnatic right now, 14-5. They're looking to shut this one down. Now, this was their map pick. Again, we saw Nihilum take down Cloud9 on Cash earlier, and they looked really, really strong on it. Cloud9 did start to get back into things there once the 14th round came on the board for Nihilum, but again, after this one's over, we are going to Inferno, which was a map that they completely destroyed Cloud9 on 16-5.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's going to be a real pleasure to watch. Fnatic versus Nihilum on that map is going to be wild. But JW, speaking of which, the beast is unleashed right now, and he's just running straight up mid. He's going to go for more on short. Goes for the spray battle. It gets him. Olofmeister's got his back, though, and Olofmeister, he robs him.
Robbed. Stolen straight away from him. Does get the assist, though, so no hard feelings. He's going to be up on top of the balcony, and he does go down. But again, the trades, they're so good with these trades on Fnatic's side. They've got one more to beat in the site. That's Valens. Oh, my God, they don't realize he's right there. He's
surprise!
That's the sneaky plays that I've told you about. Now Professor Chaos on the flank. It's a 1v1.
Yeah, they definitely weren't expecting that extra man on that A site there, Fnatic. Big mistake. The one place, of course, it's the one place they don't check. And now Flush is like, I'm not having anything to do with this A site. I'm out of here. I know where you are. And he manages to make the run to the B site. He
Yeah.
will have time to get a plant, and it's going to be down to PC. And look at Flesha now. He just plants it wide open. He could be holding anywhere. This is so difficult now for Valence, or pardon me, for PC to make the call.
Oh, is he going to try to go for a knife kill here if he taps the bomb?
He's planted it to make it look like he's out in B halls or something. This is going to be
man.
really nasty. Does PC figure this out? He's like, where is this guy?
No, he pulls out the AK. He's going to hear him running up. Yeah, and like you said, look at how many angles that he has to check. Unfortunately, didn't spot him in the sight, and that is going to be Flusha winning the 1v1.
Flusha, man.
Oh,
What are you doing,
no.
Okay, man. He's channeling his inner happy here.
There you go. He's just dropping him.
But yeah, you saw. You know, PC. He sees that bomb plant. If it's any other bomb plant, he's like, okay, I can kind of get an idea. But he sees that one. He's just like, where is this guy? He even goes in to check CT. Yeah, he's going all over the place trying to figure out where Flusha could be. So that's a brutal little mind game there coming out from Flusha. And Fnatic are now on map point in this first map of the best of 3 here. And this is actually, you know, tournament life on the line here for both of these teams. This is a lower bracket best of 3.
Oh, that's unfortunate. PC gets caught out, so it is going to be a rotation here, and Flosic's going to be the first to the party. He's going to drop this smoke a little bit further out. Does land on the balcony. He's going to work all the way out. He's behind one. A generator. Holofmeister reads it. Finds the kill, and now it's just down to Sanks and Valence. Sanks does find one in mid. Going to be able to get an AK-47 for his troubles, but Holofmeister right around the corner here, and this is going to be a very difficult situation. Valence does manage to take down JW, still following in the eyes of Sanks. Valence over here by mid-main, so this is a very tough situation for him. The flashbang comes around the corner. Crims takes down Valence. It's all on Sanks here. And we're going to map 2.
Yeah, 16-5. Just dominant performance from the Swedes. And it's, you know, it's kind of what we have to expect out of them. You know, when we're going into it, we're saying, you know, they're the best team in the world. They really are the best team in the world. And